God, I want to drink.
Boo-loo-boo.
Ba-da-bum-bum-bum.
Boo-loo-boo.
Ba-da-bum-bum-bum.
Boo-loo-boo. Boo-loo-boo-boo.
Listen, honestly, that was way more. Here, no, honestly, it was way. All right, here, honestly, it was way more fun than I expected. Gather Ed Throng, hello. It is I, your internet friend Jeffrey K. Horcrims, and however it came to be, fallen ass backwards, which is Brewing Program, Acquisitions Intoxicated. What is the purpose? Obviously, we've constructed this reality for you, but what is its purpose? Its purpose.
That's a good question.
I got it.
Oh, yeah.
Its purpose, I hope so. Its purpose is to give you that which you already own, the art and science of brewing. Of course, I'm joined, as almost always, by Eric J. Benson, Acquisitions Intoxicated Brewmaster. Also, just imagine that they're also here in the room with us. Azerbaijan, Edge Benson, Notorious EJB. I think that's most of them. Yeah, exactly. Whatever angle you're looking for, we've got all the Erics. This is your Eric Superstore. Now, of course, we try to do our best on this program to adhere to the hero's journey, but I don't see grains.
We're not doing the grains today because we have Thanksgiving this week.
Yeah.
So we're going to not be here for the actual other part of the brewing half.
True.
And then we have, there's something next week. I can't remember what it is.
Here, no.
It's called Unplugged.
Something. I don't know. I don't. I'll believe it when I see it. But hang on. Do I see tanks under here?
Yes, Ghostly got us some cool beer to drink.
Oh, okay. Because I saw the cans and I didn't know what we were doing.
We're gonna drink those too.
Yep.
I'm getting fucked up today.
Well, how? I mean, my understanding is that your fear, certainly at the first part
I just don't give a shit
of
today.
the face. Really? You're just going wild? You're just going hog wild?
Yeah.
Is this like a Samson situation where it's like they cut your hair and now it's led to physiological shifts?
Yeah, I think so.
Dark thirsts.
Yeah.
It's all combat, I guess. I mean, it's going to be mostly arena stuff in Old Kentucky.
That's what you think.
That's right. Hey, I guess you're the one that knows. Hey, so Gathered
We've got actually a lot to get through
I
because
know.
the next show is going to be at Unplugged, everyone.
As I was driving in, I was like, how the fuck is he going to get us all the way through this in 2 hours and then lead up to the big game? But I mean, obviously I have faith. Time management, I think, is your DM superpower. Because I know that I have had issues like when we were doing the C-Team stuff, and I'm like, I don't even know. I don't actually know how this works. I don't know how this is going to fit in. And you're like, oh, well, it's like this. And you just go blip, 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 blip. Just write out all the times, and it basically works exactly like that. Now, so we got some cans out here.
Yep.
So let's create an order.
God damn it.
Oh no.
This is what happens when you're too short in life.
Well, here. Listen, I'm gonna help you out.
No, I got it.
No, I got it.
I
got it.
I got it.
My scurrying paws are capable.
Okay, we have a tropical IPA. Ooh, what the fuck is a rustic lager? I'm already intrigued as shit.
Is it a rustic lager? Is that like a? Is it a yeast thing?
I don't know.
What do they mean by rustic lager? All
Whoa! Brewing here today. Brewing kitchen in Seattle. Fuck, I want to go drinking around Seattle. Remember when
there's new shit.
Remember we used to do that?
We can do it anytime you want. Now, rustic lager brewed with our friend Tim Decker of Altbrow. Is he an ingredient, or is he a collaborator?
I mean, maybe we have his toe in here.
Yeah, exactly. We'll find out soon. It'll hit the lid when
Featuring
we
a blend of floor malted grains from Admiral Maltings. Yeah, that's how they usually malt grains. So that's just bullshit.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
Fresh baked bread, structured herbaceous. Now these are great.
Yeah.
These are great descriptors. And it looks like we have a tropical IPA, although again, being Welsh, this tropical IPA, I have a hard time imagining something called a tropical IPA in the US.
Yeah.
That is sitting at 5.5. Again, like it has a different purpose and it's built for a different reason. But what do we have on the TizApp?
Brewed of Camelot.
Oh.
The oatmeal stout. Okay, that's gonna be last.
Yeah. We're gonna come to the, but we have not done. So again, we put those together exclusively for. here, I'm gonna go get my phone so I can activate social. But
Yeah.
they should be able to hear me, right?
Yes.
So we put Brew It and a couple other dark beers together explicitly for this, like the cooling, like the autumn coming down, to comfort. Because as we said before, I mean, you know, traditionally, certainly all your German styles, like there's a lot of them are connected to specific times of the year.
Yeah.
It isn't just like a range of products. It's like, this is the right beer for this. And we have to trust them on it because they've been doing it for a while.
Right.
So we start out with we go lager, IPA, then, all right, let's get it.
Good job.
All right, here. God, you know, I'm going to save the glassware. I'm going to save like the fancy pants glassware for our homebrewed stuff. Okay. But let's try this Road to Acceptance. What a grisly name for beer.
Where's our Voodoo Ranger
I love
glasses?
the label on it too.
I know, here. We might have a couple.
Oh, we used to have some Voodoo Ranger glasses.
We did. They're around here somewhere.
We do. You want to get some?
Yeah, grab a
Yeah,
couple.
please.
Grab a couple for round 2. Ooh.
What are you thinking?
Well, it's like, I mean, it's a lager, right? So it's going to have the classic.
Tom, are you making those glasses behind there?
Yeah, he's
just making sure that
Oh,
I don't want to leave you on this focus.
okay. Gotcha.
He's
I hear you.
manufactured. Oh, that is a nice cut in.
Ooh,
So,
yeah.
but I'm saying, yeah, it's a lager, right? So it's like, this is the thing I always was challenging to me. It's just like, it's lager. It's like, this tastes like my dad's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But people fuck around with it. But lagers sort of have, you know, it's like we have guardrails that we fuck around with on the show. Lager guardrails are usually pretty stable.
Yeah.
It's lager means drinkable.
Ooh.
crisp.
I love lagers. I'm obsessed with lagers.
No, exactly. But I think that lagers, it's sort of like, it's like over at Jolly Roger.
Mm-hmm.
Like the lager, they're never going to take that off of there. The lager is like pad thai. It's like the calibration.
Yeah.
You get that, and it's like, okay, they know it. And it's like when we talk to master brewers,
Yeah.
that's what they want. Like they see a huge menu, and they're like, I want the lager. I'm not going to waste my time with the rest of this menu. All right. That's wonderful.
Yeah, that is. I would like to visit this brewery in somewhere Seattle.
So when they say rustic, I think what they mean.
It's a little bit more maltier and like breadier.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Tom.
I mean, they were exactly right when they say fresh baked bread, structured, which is the way that I describe the wheat character, right? And then herbaceous, we're moving into the hopping there. So it's pretty bitter.
Right.
I think for a standard lager, but the malt, it's very like syrupy almost. Like it isn't as crisp as it typically is. There's more chew.
Yeah.
Break it.
You break it, you buy it. Well, I mean, I already bought it. Oh,
Actually, we
you know what
didn't.
though? Here, go back to the front. I don't even think that's on camera. Here, no,
It's not.
right? It doesn't care. Half of the set can fall off. Nobody got to know. It's fine. Now, all right. So who is that from? So that people can grab it here. Oh, it's just Here Today Brewery and Kitchen. So is this like a brew on premises? Like it's a
don't
full
know.
brew pub type thing?
I think it's tap to table brewing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna you just put your mouth underneath it. What's funny is they have a Spotify link on here and it says give this beer a listen. These guys are weird. I like them. These guys are weird as shit.
Wait, how do you? Is there something in Spotify?
Yeah,
where you
yeah,
can
yeah.
do
So
that?
Spotify has these codes now that you can assess. You go to the camera maybe.
Oh. Oh.
So what do they think the sound of this beer is? Oh, Green Day, Cocksparer, Operation Ivy, so lots of old punk.
I fucking love this company already.
Dude, so they have a link on here to, not to a song, but to a playlist for their collab.
Yeah.
Dude, these guys fucking kick ass. These guys are rad.
That's
All right,
awesome.
now, here, so this kicks ass. This is less on the crisp, more on the chew, more intense hopping, but still has lager drinkability. Awesome work here today. Alt Brow combo. Now, next up, we have our foreign product.
This is the last one.
I know. It's sad. Listen, it's the end of an era, Ghost. It's the end of an era. Tiny Rebel CLWB Tropica, Tropical IPA. Golden Hazy, Mango Pineapple. Yeah, this is it. Oh, I think this is their Welsh. Here, do you have a camera that's pointing here? Yeah, here. I'll point it. I think this is like a Welsh joke.
Yes, but you put it on the wrong camera.
Oh,
Yeah, dummy. Duh.
here, there.
How did you not
think
know what camera to use?
I'm a stupid person. Oh,
Ugh.
actually, there's a whole red light on there.
There's a giant red light that
This
says
is-
they use this
How
camera.
long have I been filming in
Actually,
here?
that red light is not accurate.
Oh, really? It's just red?
Way to spoil the bit, man.
That's the preview. That's where it's going to be.
Oh, okay. Here now, all I'm saying is that I think CLWB is a Welsh,
Ooh,
joke.
now I'm following the camera. It's pretty, look at it.
That's
It's
what I
going to be over there soon. We learn something new every day.
Ooh, smell that. That is nice.
Ooh.
Like almost like Jolly Rancher tier. It's mango, but it isn't. It's mango by way of mango candy.
I have something to admit that I'm not proud of.
You don't like mango?
Oh, I love mango. I ordered $126 worth of licorice.
Did you go to licoricefucking.com? This is going to sound like an ad. And obviously, I'd love for them to pay me to eat licorice. But I'm saying, like, I have had a $100 cart on licorice.com that I go in and check like a farm plot, like on a daily basis. I go in and my finger hovers over the purchase button.
I just did it, and I'm like, you know what?
We got to stock up for winter.
Well, I think it'll just be fun to sample
Yeah,
all of
just
these different liquor.
peruse and choose. All right, now, so here we go. This is
Ooh,
incredible.
That is definitely tropical.
they're sort of moving into a Voodoo Ranger vibe here with the big juice, except this is down at the 5.5.
Oh, it's nice.
That is nice. That texture is actually quite unique. But I think the nose is actually better than where the taste
Yeah,
ends up, I
yeah.
think. But
Oh yeah, the nose is way better. Yeah.
yeah, you sort of can't. I mean, it's sort of informing the rest of it. But the color is awesome. The nose is great, and the taste isn't even bad. It's just that they've put something together that smells so incredible, and then when you drink it, it's like, hey, that's beer.
Well,
Yes.
Juice Force is so good.
Yeah, I was just gonna
And
say,
Fruit Force is even, in my opinion, I love more.
no, it's bad. It's bad, but not like bad, like dangerous.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Right. And so to me, this is like in a continuum with that.
Yeah.
But I think that probably due to their like borderline psychotic level of quality control and testing, I think that they've executed this
Yeah.
better. But you have one of those and you're annihilated.
Yeah.
You might be able to have two of these.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a strategic
Agreed.
play. Now,
Crimson, we actually drank them on stream. And I think it was last week, but maybe the week before. So thank you.
we did indeed. All right, now I'm going to do this poorly, I suspect. Poorly, and certainly in that context, poorly sounds like a pun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's unintentional. Oh, Ghost.
Preview light.
Ghost.
Oh, look at the preview light. Man. Ooh,
Smell.
Let's see.
like beer.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Here, now while I'm pouring, let's grab the feed from Beersmith and let's go over the vibes.
So this is mostly Maris Otter with some malted oats.
And this is Merlin, right?
Brew out of Camelot, yes.
Yeah.
We had chocolate malt in there. It's going to give us a nice roasty character.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Fuggles was the hopping.
Dude, this smells like the classic British stout. That is-
Wow.
Dude, that. Okay, so it's crazy. So obviously we haven't had a chance to try out anything new for a minute. And in fact, let me go ahead and activate.
This was brewed in
Social.
August.
Oh, well, there we go.
9/26.
It's wait 9. That's September.
September.
Yeah, yeah.
I was gonna say August. I'm like, holy shit, we've been.
So, but what we're saying is that this has had a chance to get to know itself. You know, production brewing is a mathematically oriented schema. This has had a chance to sit and hang out in there. And so, actually, all the stuff that we've had, because we didn't have our back of house aspect ready to go, there's going to be a bunch of those in there. Because sometimes we've been pulling them green just because it was like an aggressive weekly schedule. All 5 of those are going to be nuts.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. So the ritual is try stream, TM, and then I say, hey, 12, int, right? That's the hashtag.
That's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I heard about hashtags.
Oh yeah. int, and then tapping Brewed of Camelot, our Merlin
Camelot.
themed product.
Camelot.
Camel oat. A Merlin themed product, and then obviously, and this is new. This is information for everybody. Everybody on stream. I can't stress this enough. At 2:30, our BattleTech show, Black Remnant, which I figured out what it is. I was talking to Laura about it in the foyer.
Top, can you bring me steak and ale pies? Is that a thing?
You got hooked over there, right?
I
They
love.
were so good when I was over there.
I will eat steak and ale pies every day for the rest of my life.
This is what you said. You had 2 in one day, as I
Yeah.
recall. You had one like for breakfast and lunch. So what's in there?
What's in where?
I have not had this.
Oh, steak and ale.
Yeah. Well, one presumes, but is it like a stew basically?
Yeah, and there's mushrooms and onions,
Oh,
and it's all kind of
fuck.
caramelized down and
Beef,
reduced
beef
down.
and mushrooms is fucked.
Yeah, and I don't even like mushrooms, and I love it in that.
Oh shit. Well, listen. I'm very, very excited to try.
No, Top, I was seriously just joking. I know you can't.
Well, Tom was like, well, I guess I could. No, that's fine. I am. That is, like I say. So we're grabbing stuff. Like that brewery is great. We've tried stuff from them. Obviously, here today, we got to check this place out. We got to check the menu out. We got to go whole hog. This smells better than either of those.
Yeah,
And
I
obviously
agree.
it's a different style, but I mean that what is on top of this glass is rich, dark, and complex. And sweet in a toasted, like, I don't know. I'm very, very excited. We haven't had a chance to try some in a really, really long time. My guess, I'm trying to see, is like, it's kind of sitting up there on that glass, isn't it?
Wow!
That is stunning.
That's delicious.
That Ghost, here. Come over here.
He's not gonna like this,
I might.
Here.
You might. Okay. Jesus. Fucking Christ. Here. Take that and then go back there, and then we're going to talk about it. I know that you don't like hops, but I think that the roast and caramel character in this is going to fuck you up. That is really like...
Oh, that is pretty good. It's not.
No.
It's a little bitter.
Yeah,
not
but
bad.
it's Fuggles, right? Fuggles. This is classic, relatively low intensity bittering. I mean, let's throw the menu. Let's throw the screen over to the monitor so we can take a look at the guts of this thing. We got the Fugla, right? You heard about that. Okay, I had to scroll down because I'm looking for something very specific.
Oh yeah.
I want to be strategic about, perhaps how much of this I'm putting in, but this is very, very gentle. Just for your purpose, Ghost. This is not crazy bittering at all for this.
This is pretty good.
Yeah. So the oats, that's why we get that silky, soapy texture. The Maris Otter is bready, right? And then chocolate. Oh God, this is fucking good. This is really, really nice.
This is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, again, we haven't had a chance to like go back into the category, but every one of those is going to benefit. As long as everything went okay inside the fermenter, every one of those is going to be in its final form by the time we actually get our mitts on it. And we have other delights en route for the rest of the year. Like
next one up is Whetstone.
Oh.
here, so which one's Whetstone? Let's see.
Wet? It's a British golden ale. This is just classic pale malt.
Oh,
It's a smash. It's a British smash almost, right?
I think this is Excalibur, right?
Yeah. With Northern Brewer.
British Ale 2, all right. Oh, so this is basically smash. It's the purity, right?
Mhm.
The purity of the edge with the golden color. Oof.
Yeah.
Yes, delighters. Exactly right. Yeah, roasted barley, Orion Rogue, roasted barley for me, at least in the way that it hits my palate, is more of like it's a good taste, but it's a coffee taste.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying like, God, it's still good, but it's a coffee taste. And in this being all chocolate malt, against that hop and the Maris Otter, it's so warm and inviting. For a cold drink, it does warm the spirit.
Yeah.
This is a huge winner. Again, we must be very, very careful with this product. Yeah, Fox. I don't have the device to test the ABV here in the studio.
It's called your mouth.
The craw. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm just called my mental state.
Yeah.
I guess we'll check back in a little bit later. Yeah, I was gonna say Orion Rogue 7.6. Yeah, 7.5 might warm the spirit. Yes, I suspect it will. But also, because some of them have gone goofy. Like some of our recent ones have gone goose. This is an unqualified success. There's nothing to be said about it, except that this would run riot on a menu or on the retail shelf. Like, you get into craft beer tasting something like this, in my opinion. Like this shows what the difference is. Good God. 7.5%. Yeah, it don't taste it. I'm here to tell you right now.
No, that's pretty good stuff.
Right? Oh my gosh. That's just wonderful stuff. All right, so let me get my ding dong configured over here. Let's take it to the hoop. Obviously, Eric and I went over to the ATL, where the pimps and the players dwell. We saw Ludacris.
I did. He was great.
Actually, no, we did not actually see Ludacris.
He was shorter than I thought.
We did, but I always talk about Ludacris. I bet that he actually is. But we always talk about Ludacris whenever we talk about the ATL, which is just the venue, right? But if you go to the airport, there's like a standee of Ludacris right there.
Yeah, just chilling. He's
I was
like, hey guys,
I was just like,
welcome to Atlanta.
fucking Ludacris, what?
Luda.
Anyway, so, but we were there for the grand narrative and world championship stuff, but I have not checked on the stats from that.
Neither did I.
From that game. What I'll tell you is that the championship is what you think it is. These motherfuckers are playing. They are not playing the game that we play at home. They're pretty dialed in. Like, they are playing against a meta that I don't even really know, right? And so they're building lists for this meta. And we saw gruesome play, but we also saw people who were playing war games, but they had jerseys like a
Team
a
jerseys, yeah.
like a sport
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
with You know, just like a football jersey that has the logos and
But
shit.
the crazy thing is you haven't even seen anything. At Adepticon, people come in like jean jackets that are matching or like motorcycle club
they roll
jackets.
in. Do they snap and
Or
sing?
like, yeah, it's like West Side Story, but like cut off vests, like jean vest with the cut off sleeves and shit. But they have their
Adepticon's always over one of our things,
Yeah.
and so I can never go.
Yeah.
Next time maybe there's a situation where it's like I go to one, then fly to the next thing. It's worth considering. But that, again, like that's sort of what you think. There's like streamed tables. I mean, I've watched those tournaments on Twitch. I sort of know how it goes. And I think that that's cool. That's too much for me. I'm never going to get there.
Yeah.
I like to play the game. I want to try to give my friends a good game, and so I need to be good at the game so that I'm fun to play against, but I don't know what they're doing. Now, the grand narrative is a different thing. The grand narrative is like maybe roughly equivalent in terms of overall space, but it's sequestered into a bunch of individual rooms that have their own theme, their own auditory aspect,
their own,
and sometimes their own
olfactory,
olfactory scent aspect.
Yeah.
Sometimes their own temperature aspect. And then each of these rooms has their own Lord of War, which is someone who is in cosplay, who will handle judging duties, but also carries the narrative from day to day. In the morning, there's like a muster for narrative players where they give speeches.
Oh, yeah.
We saw a guardsman fall to chaos over the course of the event.
And he was marking people.
He was drawing sigils of corn on people, and then he changed one of his pauldrons out. But these motherfuckers are at the table basically role-playing their armies.
Yeah.
And they're dressed like their faction.
It was really cool.
For me, that I can see myself doing that. I
Can
can
you?
see myself, I can see myself playing stories,
Yeah. Oh, totally.
right? I can see myself doing that side.
I'm more interested in seeing you role play and cosplay.
Well, as a
while you-
Tyranid,
yeah.
I don't know. I guess I just have to be very wet.
Yeah.
I just have to be really,
Couple spikes or
really
something.
moist.
Yeah.
Some horns. You know what I do? You go Gene Stealer.
Yeah.
You just go. Honestly, you go Gene Stealer with it, right? But I mean, I just never seen anything like that. They'd basically come up with this story that people were intersecting with, and then in the future, all this stuff is going to become. It's all real narrative. It all results in the story of the setting. I just never seen anything like that in my life. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
And exciting. I was just like, you know what? Maybe someday. But we did actually bring points,
Okay.
and we did play. We did have a chance to actually play our armies against each other. So I already played against Keek. You were already down there on Thursday. I played against Keek here, and then I played against you down there.
I hate your Tyranids.
I mean,
That Norn emissary.
I have done nothing but think about. This is sort of like I want to be like the Horde. I want to be like the enemy in a video game that is coming from every direction. I want you. I have a new strategy that involves me not being on the board at all turn one. Like I'm not there at all. And then
Story about that?
what's that?
I think I remember some like story about the guy who basically put a ring of enemies around a board, and the other guy couldn't put any of his in, so he won. It was some sort of weird urban legend.
Well, it's not insane. There are certain units, especially for like infiltrators. I think there's a Space Marine unit that you can't deep strike or enter the board within 9 inches of them, or even a foot.
Yeah.
And so it's possible to build yourself around the board that way if you're coming in and doing that. Now, is it rude? I suspect.
To be fair, the guy he did it against was being a real jerk. So he kind of just like, like, haha.
He was flexing on him?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's a thing. Yeah. They'll lock you out. It was a thing. Yeah, I mean, I can see it. Yeah, Grey Knights, they would handle it. But it's like as we're playing, like my fantasy scenario is actually just to play. I just want you to have I want you
to feel pain.
Well, I want you to have the Zerg experience, right?
Your Zerg doesn't scare me at all. I don't give a shit about your Zerg. It's a joke to me.
Is it my giant
It's your giant bugs.
that have the toughness of tanks?
No, it's the fucking feel no pain that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't feel pain. For the swarm. Anyway, so let's get this ding dong up here. Gosh. All right, I'm a couple more sips of this, and then we're gonna go to work. Yeah, Buffon. Now you're talking. Yeah, I can see it. It depends on how your enemy's built, Pirro. But yeah, I mean, so are we bringing big points to Unplugged?
I can bring big points, and I cannot lie, but I mean, it's all right.
You like big points, I know that. I'm saying, do we want to bring our bags? Like, do we want to bring 2 Gs?
It's very easy for me to bring my bag.
Yeah. Your bag is a backpack. It's pretty fly. And as long as we fly Alaska, they're not going to put my shit under the plane.
Nope.
So that I pull it out and it's just shrapnel the next day. But no, next time we play, I'm going to have 20 more termagants and more ripper swarms.
Nice.
I'm very excited. I've been thinking about it a lot. Like this is the new energy. This is the energy I'm bringing into 2023. Although I guess 2023 is about over. This is how I'm preparing for 2024, is just to put a carpet of writhing insects.
Couldn't care less. They don't bother me at all.
They're going to move.
They're not going to do shit.
No, I mean, as we know.
Yeah.
I put like 20 shots into an entire group. They don't, custodians don't give a shit.
I lit them up in one turn. I do not give a fuck about your little guys.
They got wiped the F out.
Yeah.
That's what happened to them.
It is your Norns and your bigger guys that frighten my...
Turvagon, the broodmother thing, surprisingly potent in this game.
Yep.
Like I never actually got it up on something. These claws are very big, actually.
These claws.
Now, so we do require Crimson. Yes, you should be sad. It's exquisite. Yes, Ryan Rogue. This is like what I told Kiko. I was like, you need to call a service. You're gonna have to go online.
Yeah, I am the service.
Yeah, I guess you are the service Kiko would call to deal with these bugs. But no, Crimson. Obviously, it's your type of show, and by all accounts, this Unplugged is going to be explosive. Like Matt Mercer doing the fucking opening up the show. Are you serious? Like, this is going to be crazy pants. Underdog Egg, you're going to love it, and we're not going to be hard to find. And I've also committed to running a game for Tyrannosaurus. That is C-Team canon. So it should be pretty good. They ended up getting because they had supported the Kickstarter. We did a custom game for them in this exact studio that involved them meeting Walnut and Rosie, and then essentially getting deputized into AC Inc. It was very fun.
And I've also committed to eating a Philly cheesesteak while he runs that game.
On a daily basis. See, we know the system. We go in and get multiple, and then they just stay in the room. You go to Denix, you come back out, you're doing great. Oh yeah, Talp. Like, we get into town from here, like the flight that goes there, we get into town just in time to go to Denix and get out before they close that place, right? Oh, yeah, Talp, I can't even imagine what it must be like for a Scotsman to be exposed to the cheesesteak. I've been to Scotland and I've eaten Scottish food, and I'm not prepared to go into my thoughts on it at this time. What I will say is that I can only imagine that the cheesesteak is, I can only imagine that it's a memorable experience. Yeah, indeed, Copperpot, the terminology is whiz with.
Yeah, whiz with.
Yeah, whiz also true.
I'm actually, like, the best part is, like, asking Ryan where to go.
Well, Ryan knows.
He's got the spots.
He's from there.
And then when he showed us that one, was it Luke's?
Luke's.
I was like, fuck, that was amazing.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Another,
what? Is something, are you?
Wow, you judging, Ghostly?
Are you?
Way to be Judgy McJudgerson back there.
No,
That's real cool.
Hey.
Yeah.
great. I'm glad it turned out well.
No, exactly. For me, it's just, it really does my heart good, and it makes me excited about the the rest of them that are in there, because this is executed like front end, back end. This is just a completely world-class execution of the form that we came up with here, and it's inside of our Camelot. Those were great times. I can't wait to try the Guinevere and Excalibur ones.
Oh yeah.
Like those are Guinevere, I believe, is the other one. Now, so for Tyrant's game, well, Sauce Fire here, it's even crazier than that. So Sauce wants to know, for Tyrant's game, will friends be allowed to watch it, or is it secret? It's even weirder than that. I told Tyrant, I'm not trying to start shit. I'm not trying to create problems. I told him that he could invite 2 people. So him, his erstwhile original ally, and he can invite 2 other players to play in this game. I've already written it. I know, but it's, happy to do it. It's going to be out in the Crypt Garden Forest. It's going to be good stuff. Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, the fact of the matter is that there's probably going to be 2 people in this chat that are at that table, and it's fine. It's completely fine. All right, I know. This is what I'm saying, Rex. Now, anyway, I'm obsessed with PAX Unplugged.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I go to all the shows. I've been to all the shows forever. I'm the
Me
only
too.
one.
No, I've actually been to every single PAX.
Hateful Lies. Hateful Lies. I mean, you would have gone if you could. But it was almost in New York.
Really?
It was purely about the venue.
No kidding. That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, Javits is kind of cool. I mean,
Yeah, Javits
there's other shows that
yeah.
happen there,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah, New York City Comic Con,
Ultimately, it was
New York Toy Fair.
Yeah, tons. I'm saying that ultimately, that the BCEC was just kind of awesome.
Yeah, I think it kind of makes sense. I mean, it's a fucking mess getting into New York City.
This is what I mean. For us, it's very, very nice. But there's a lot of people already there. I mean, it's all math, right?
Yeah.
But it just unplugged. I mean, it's sort of Ryan's baby. Like he loves this show. He wanted to put a show in his town, and he did it. But that love goes throughout the entire show. There's going to be more like actual play than ever. Lots of people that you already know. How many fucking? I'm on several. Like, it's going to be a big weekend for me. Like, it's going to be a lot of stuff. And the live epilogue of the Acquisitions Incorporated show, the finale of which is tomorrow.
Oh, that's right.
If you can believe it, right? So in truth, the show is actually 12 episodes long.
Yeah.
Started at West, it's going to end at Unplugged. It's going to be explosive. I can't go into the specifics. All I'll say is that the Unplugged game is like the Avengers of Act Inc.
Oh
Like,
yeah, it's crazy.
It's a big table. That's all I'm saying. It's a big table, and then if you have a sense of what was going on up to this point, you know that it's like, I think because our DMs are Chris and Jeremy, we're getting into like really, really cosmic stuff.
Yeah.
Like nobody, as a home DM, I would never have attempted the cosmic level of stuff that they're trying, just because I'd be like, hey, that's just how the universe is. You all right?
No, apparently, Tyrannosaurus' DMs are blown up.
Oh,
shit.
Everybody wants to be in the game.
Now, I apologize. That's obviously that's not. What I did was wrong. I did. I told Ryan. Anyway, it's good. Now, it's gonna be a great show, and you should go. Now, we do need a theme. Let's cook up a tender theme.
Yeah.
Steak and ale pie beer. I mean, this would be honestly.
This
we already did it.
Just did it.
A
yeah.
dark, rich beer like this. Can you imagine?
Yeah, I can.
Just shoveling that shit down, washing it down with this. Ooh, ay. Yeah, here. So make your PowerPoint. That's fine. You don't even have to imagine it, Sauce. It's right here.
We've
Pie
made
beer?
a pie beer. We did a strawberry rhubarb pie.
Yeah,
once.
we have actually made a bunch of beers based around baked goods. It's actually not difficult. We're using wheat. It's barley, I guess. Yeah. All right. See you, man. Now, right here. So, Philly cheesesteak beer. Ugh. I don't know about that. What's your preferred snack of choice?
All.
Yeah, all snacks. I mean, snacks want to be there. A couple are very, very good. You can make popcorn with butter and nutritional yeast. That's a nice, like, rich.
It's not my go-to beer and popcorn.
Well, I'm just saying, like, at home,
Mhm.
that's an easy one. You really cannot beat the pretzel
Pretzel's good.
with the cheese dip.
Nachos. I will eat nachos for the rest of my life.
Oh, yeah, fully loaded?
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit. No, it's good. Hey, Orion Rogue.
Like a cheese dip, like a bread, a bread bowl with the cheese dip, like a hot cheese dip.
Oof. So there is a local company called Jones Soda.
Mm.
And they, in years past, they would make holiday-themed soda sets.
Oh, that's fun.
In a way.
No. What?
Here.
It was bad.
Imagine gravy soda.
Yeah, here.
Oh, well, yeah, that's like Salt and Straw doing the ice cream with like the Thanksgiving Day ice cream with gravy
Yes.
and fucking stuffing in it
Exactly.
and turkey.
So, but some of them are not. Turkey makes sense.
Does it?
Does it? In vanilla ice cream with gravy and stuffing? The thing is fucking weird, man. It does not.
I'm saying for Thanksgiving, as a soda,
Oh.
it's madness. Now, for holiday stuff, sugar plum, we get that. Mashed potato soda,
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, I guess it makes sense.
green bean casserole soda.
No, fuck that. Jettison that to space. But like turkey and gravy soda, there you go. Fruitcake soda. I'm down with fruitcake now that
dude.
Graham Baxter.
Dude, fruitcake soda might actually kill.
Yeah, I mean now that Graham Baxter made me a real fruitcake
Well, we had it here.
without the nuts in it.
We had it here, and it was incredible. It was dense,
Yeah,
but it
pretty
was
awesome.
good and chewy. All right, so
Trader Joe's sells potato chips that taste like stuffing. No freaking way. Oh my God. So I'm a stuffing addict. Like I don't care about any other thing on that table besides the stuffing.
see, this is Ronya. This
Yeah.
is what Ronya's like.
That's all I want is stuffing. Do not care about turkey. Don't care about anything else.
You just go right for it.
I will just eat a bowl, like a giant, as much stuffing on the table as possible.
So, Brenna's grandpa,
Mhm.
Grandpa Lou,
Mm-hmm.
his thing, and it's never not there. It's there literally every year.
I have heard of the beef olive.
Hmm?
Talp was wondering about the beef olive.
He demands oyster stuffing.
I've never had oyster stuffing. That's interesting.
Pretty good.
Is it like,
Salty?
salty?
I'm not going to tell you that there isn't an oyster taste.
I like oysters.
But no,
like-
exactly, same. But it's basically like rich. So it's like if you're okay with like a hot, moister, if you will, then it's fine. But if you don't know that that's what it is, and you get from that bowl, you know immediately. As soon as you put it in your mouth, you're like, okay, there's perturbations. There's something going on here. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Saber, thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right, here. So we do need our vibe. Stuffing themed beer.
Yeah, I don't know, Jux. I guess we could do stuffing themed beer.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in there right now.
Northeast, I think we did like sausage stuffing. That was one. The regular stuffing, like the classic.
Oh, sausage stuffing?
Oh yeah.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah!
it's great.
I didn't know that was real.
How you fucking had oyster stuffing? That's like the
Well, no,
That's
but
the oddest
not
shit
in
ever.
my family.
Yeah.
That's like I married a woman whose relatives are nuts. Apparently,
Yeah.
sausage in the stuffing.
oh yeah, it's fucking fantastic.
Of course it is. Like a nice Italian sausage.
Yeah.
Fuck
But
yes.
you can either do it with crumbled sausage or like crumbled
chunk,
or
yeah.
chunk, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
crumbled is really good.
Pumpkin pie. Listen, this is the season, right? I'm putting pumpkin pie. I'm putting it in there. Yeah, oyster dressings is listen. It's not bad. Hot and oh god, spicy stuffing. Ooh, ooh. Now you know what? And I'm just gonna put my own thing in here.
Okay.
Cranberry sauce. We can do a fruity, an ale, maybe like a Hefeweizen.
Oh yeah.
Something
cranberry.
structural and
Yeah.
strong underneath it. add the tart cran.
Yeah.
We can do it. All right, now take a look at that. Oh, pecan pie would actually not be super hard, but it would kill Eric.
Yeah.
He would die. Ooh, yeah. Do it like an Irish red. Yeah, so there's multiple ways to get to that. You could do a Hefeweizen, you could do an ale, or like an Irish red might be an interesting way to go for cran.
I
There's a
remember that Mojo. I
There's
see
a
what you
cou-
said.
No, there's a couple winners here. Cranberry Goza is an easy call.
Oh, yeah.
Tangy. It has that sort of like almost yogurt richness aftertaste. Oof. Huge winner. Yeah. Now, TNP, I know that pumpkin pie or like pumpkin style beers, especially in this season, they definitely get overdone, but they're often not done great. I mean, there's a lot of pumpkin pie beers that are just nutmeg beers, right?
Yeah.
There's not they put the spices in there, but it's really just a trick, and it's about manipulating the market. The pumpkin pie beer that we made here in this independent brewery
Mm-hmm.
would shame them. I think it's absolutely worth investigating. Sabrith, you know what? If you want the actual lore, so Sabrith wants to know if Omin canonically has a favorite or trusted brewmaster or bartender. It is almost certainly his mother.
Mm-hmm.
And he would have learned how to do it while he was helping to operate the drone and courtier in Red Larch. So what we can gauge from that is he likes relatively simple, home style ales. God, what was that? It was
Red Larch regular.
yeah, Red Larch regular. That is a really, really nice example of a style that can be executed at home. All right, no, they want the cran.
Okay. So we're going to either go with the Hefeweizen, the Irish Red, or a Saison.
Ooh. Eric,
Yeah.
it could be the beer talking, but Saison is an especially nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's a crafty one because it's going to have like peppercorn and it's going to have like odd spices along with the sharp fruit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're going to do the Hefeweizen. We also have the Irish Red. And the Saison, oof. Man, I got to be honest with you. Like usually I have a very strong opinion.
Mm-hmm.
At this stage of the game, these are all winners. Like I like a Saison in its time. This is an especially
Proper time and place.
Yeah, this is an especially adept moment, I think, for this Saison, just because it has those what's that?
First time voter, hop along.
Oh, hey, welcome aboard. Oh, L'Estranger, bringing in the prime sub. Tis this Frosty. This is wickedness. You know this. Yeah, I'm just saying that like the Saison, because it's a more of an unruly yeast.
Mm-hmm.
When we talk about horse blankets, like that's Saison yeasts have these novel farm style tastes. Like Belgian has strange wild tastes, but they tend to be like tastes you might already be okay with, like banana, bubblegum, or clove. Farm style is horse. Farm style is barn flavored, but some of those tastes are really, really interesting.
Yeah.
And they tend to have a thinner body.
Mm-hmm.
So it might actually be like refreshing and tart and nice.
Oh, totally.
All right, no, it's the Saison. You have made your will known. It's the Saison.
Okay.
Oh boy. Right, I'm getting the rest of the frame ready here. Farm to table beer, you dork. Horse flavored barn water. I mean, you're not 100% wrong,
No.
but in a good way. All right. Oh, here, now one moment, only for self-promotion. Saber says that they have started playing the Acme Clank Legacy campaign, and it's amazing. The first Legacy game I've played, and it was hilarious to watch my friend have an existential crisis when asking to fully destroy parts of the playset. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. If you haven't seen that mechanic yet, that must have been pure horror. That said, there was a period of time where Clank Legacy was considered the finest example of the Legacy genre.
It still is.
And there's a second one coming next year. I mean, that's...
Like 15 or 20 on like Board Game Geek?
It's pretty...
It's high.
It's pretty high, and the second one's even crazier. All right, here, so what's next?
Okay, ABV.
Ab...
So anywhere from 3.5 to 9.5.
What?
Yep.
I have never seen a Saison up north like that.
No.
Wow.
But this is kind of, where are we drinking this
Yes.
on Thanksgiving? Is it
is it
before the
with
meal?
family?
During the meal?
Is it
the-
because we had a very interesting conversation with our uncle, and now it's time to medicate?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can offer a range of great products. We got products for any budget. Take a look at this.
You really went up to 9.5.
Well, just because I've never seen it.
Don't tip the scales like you're doing right now.
No. See, 6 points. Listen, the truth is that every now and then they try to meme it, but by and large, they don't let their worst angels take hold. Yeah. Orion Rug, exactly. If it's the table beer, if it's the beer that's at the feast, 9.5 ain't going to do it. 3.5 is more appropriate especially if we're talking about like a French
Right.
style. That's pretty low.
Mm-hmm.
There's wine for kids. You know what I mean? Wine for the youth. It's relatively recent. I was reading about this. It's like relatively recent that children didn't have like wine
Oh, yeah.
with lunch. Like
Yeah.
within the last few decades,
Yeah.
it's like, you know what? Maybe no wine
Maybe
for
we
kids
don't
at
get
lunch
the kids drunk, yeah.
at school. But it's so culturally ingrained. It's like a training thing. Like you
Yeah.
have to get used to it, right?
Right.
See, now look, they've behaved well. They've behaved themselves. 6.5.
Okay. Color.
Anywhere between 5 and 22. Eric, I think your mic got up.
Unplugged.
Don't talk to me about my mic.
You're good.
What?
That's good.
Oh,
It worked. Hey, great. You had to speak firmly.
yeah.
All right, here. So you're talking about that. You're talking about that SRM.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what are we looking at here?
Between 5 and 22.
Man, Saison is not as defined
No, it's
as some of
wild.
these other styles,
it's a
right?
wild
it's home
style.
style, right? Farmhouse. So you're saying it starts at 5
Yep.
and it goes to 22?
Mm-hmm.
We see the
I have it up.
Oh, it's frozen, I think. All right. Now, take a look at that. Now, very shortly, we're going to replug this in, and you're going to get so nice. You're going to see powerful video. You're going to be inspired, perhaps, by the colors. You're going to love it. Keep in mind that lower is brighter and higher is darker.
Yep. The 22 is going to be a reddish color.
Yeah.
5 is going to be a golden color.
Yeah, it's a little bit north. Lighter to show off the cranberry. I mean, Demetrius, I don't hate that. That makes sense to me. Laura, what the heck kind of zip file uncrunches in 4 hours on a modern machine? That's weird. Now, the first times that I was encoding MP3s, I remember being quite surprised at how long they took. But then, that was fucked. When you would take a WAV file, you'd rip a WAV file and you'd convert it to MP3 and it would be like a couple megs. That was legitimately insane. Like my chillers don't understand that like just being able to click on videos and watch videos is a relatively recent phenomenon.
Right.
Not like kids today. I'm just saying that like they don't understand that like, you know, when my eldest was born was right around the time that, you know, smartphones were starting to become a real thing.
Right.
Like looking at the web on your phone, like this is how most people do it now.
That's so fucked.
They don't know it. Like Netflix. I'm like, these are new. It's like these discs, when you were a child, these discs came in the mail.
I know you just felt weird, like putting Sam's college application in.
Oh, yeah.
But that statement that you just made me feel just as bad.
Which part?
That smartphones were coming out when
Yeah.
Sam was born.
Yeah. I mean,
That
Mike and I waited in
fucking
line.
blows my
We waited
mind,
in line for that.
And I want to
iPhone.
go just jump off a bridge.
Yeah.
Like, holy
We waited
crap.
in line. I replaced my Sidekick 2 with the iPhone. I had to change carriers.
I remember
That's how
Sidekick.
shit was. That's how shit was.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, so they're looking for that. They're looking for that 22.
Okay.
So that's going to be on the richer, redder side of the color, which I think is probably appropriate ultimately.
And now bitterness usually goes between 20 and 35. So is
For that
this
stout, yeah.
is this your bitter old Aunt Margaret who just wants to bitch about everything, or is this kind of lighter and
Lighter fare.
yeah. Ocarina of Time is a
IBU.
25 years old. Oh, fuck me.
Oh yeah, the concept of the burner phone also
Oh
relatively
yeah,
recent.
yeah. I remember my first cell phone was an Ericsson.
Oh yeah.
Ericsson.
Yeah. Now, Jux, I haven't had a chance to talk to them about pagers because it's literally never come up. It's such a midpoint in technology that to them it doesn't even count. It's like, okay, so it's like a phone, but you can't make calls on it.
Yeah.
It's like a phone, but it just gets text.
Doesn't even get text, it gets numbers.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Well, I mean,
Yeah, I mean you can put boobs on it, right?
Yeah,
Like B
yeah, the
8000
It's very
8I1 3 5.
it's very sensual. Now, 22, very interesting choice, at least so far. That seems to be what runs it. Here, now, Ghost, I need you to mute me very briefly. Something happened. I might have drank a lot. Here, I'll be back.
Yeah, there you go, Niekman. That's it. I don't know. I missed the mini disc. That was my my love. That never took off. It's completely pointless, but I loved it all the same. Give me yeah, exactly. Hop on. Payphones were, God, remember when you had to remember phone numbers? Because yeah, I know. I mean, mini discs were super awesome. It's just like they went so quick. Yeah, turbo graphics, absolutely. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. I had 5 discs for my mini disc player, and that was it. And they all got, I think you just, what did you download it from, like Winamp or something like that, onto the disc? It's pretty wild. Yeah, Rex, I had a little, I had about 15 to 20 numbers I knew by heart, and then like a little book with all the phone numbers in it. A phone book, as one might say. Fuck yeah, Winamp was great. And then when you could customize, do the skins on Winamp, that shit was awesome. You're trying to find the coolest new skin. I mean, there were like skin sites for that thing. Wait, Times, you still use Winamp? What do you use it for? I mean, obviously, I know what you use it for, but why choose that? Why is that still kind of relevant? Like it's just a player that if you are downloading music. Oh, okay. Oh, to edit the data. Okay. That's funny, Neekman. Oh, for archiving. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, Napster.
Oh, God, Napster. Ooh. The site that launched 1,000 lawsuits. Man, I would have never thought Winamp was still... Oh, yeah, freaking LimeWire, yeah. I would have never thought Winamp was still going.
Remember when when people would change the extensions on like movie files?
Yeah.
You could download them and then.
There is no way Pirate Bay is still a thing, right?
Oh no, it is.
What? That shit hasn't gotten shut down?
Oh, they keep trying. Pirate Bay's still there.
Wild. Just tried a relaunch of Winamp a year ago. Is there a way that they can actually make money to keep it going, or is it like a donation thing? I can't believe Pirate Bay is still freaking around. That is even funnier.
Will not die.
What?
What?
What are you talking about, EMW? That's crazy. That is wild.
What? What's he doing?
Sus, yeah, please pirate the shit out of Black Remnant and put it everywhere.
Oh, yeah, what? I don't care.
I would believe, EMW, I believe your story now because he went to RPI. I installed all of the Cat 6 cable in RPI. It was like my first job, like when I was 14 years old.
IT?
No, I was like 14 years old, and it was slave labor because my aunt was the
Say no more.
assistant to the dean of engineering, and they're like, we need some little rat to go run.
What did she cut you?
Cat 6.
Did she cut you any money?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but I know because when I was 18, this was one of my first like real big jobs that wasn't in a restaurant, and it was pulling fiber and conduits and rats and all kinds of fucking animals that they wouldn't put their salaried people on, but they would put these kids on them. I think it's an American tradition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, I mean, I've seen Oliver. I mean, I guess it's a classic tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now
Yeah, Tal.
Is
it's at
Brewed
1:30 on. It's at 1:30 on Sunday at the main stage.
Yeah. Now, is Brewed of Camelot too good? Potentially. Now, so where we come up here, so 22, perfect. So that's the lowest point of this range, and I think that's going to allow cranberry bitterness to excel inside this saison. This is going to be great.
Yeah.
All right, 22. Let me put that bad boy in. The bittering and the SRM are the same.
Okay, so do we, for our base malts, we can go just 2-row, which is going to be clean, crisp, and balanced.
Makes sense. I mean, I think that's quite common in saisons, yeah.
We can do a Belgian Pils, which is still clean and crisp, but is going to be sweeter.
Yes, very much so.
There we are. Fixed it.
And I think those are two ones we can start with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whoa.
Incognito says they would have loved to pull Cat 5 or 6, spent age 12 to 20 pulling wire and installing plug switches, lights, fans in frozen Minnesota on weekends. Oh, for sure. I didn't take over the family business. You have to heat wire to. Oh yeah, because those wires get so dense, and especially with the sheath on them, it's like pulling metal. It's crazy pants. You gotta like keep them in like the back of the truck or something. You gotta keep them warm. Jesus, that's crazy pants. But yeah, it's all metal in there for sure. It's super cold. So you were also doing terminations and crimping? God bless you, man. It sounds like we were all in the business.
I know, right?
But yeah, that was the craziest thing because they couldn't put their salaried people on it. So they had to build a team essentially of contractors through other contractors. God, and I remember that day. I remember when I found out, because I was in the office of the contractor, that they were being paid $75, of which I got $8.50.
Wow.
For every hour that I worked. And because I was working through the contractor, the city didn't give a shit how much they worked those people. And part of the reason they didn't was because, are you familiar with like the rural electrification? So there is like a small fee that's attached to phone lines, and it's still being collected, like when they're set up. And essentially what it means is that it's a fund that grows at the government level, and then they just repurpose that fund for things that sort of make sense linearly. So it used to be about, there was no profit motive to pull power out to farms. Okay, well, we're going to use this fund and do that. There's no profit motive to pull phone lines out to farms. Here's this fund. They repurposed that for internet at educational institutions, the same fund. And so you would write a grant and the government would fund it 90% to year 10. So we were pulling fiber in 96? Like for whatever reason, our local phone carrier had pulled dark fiber in the 80s, just in case something happened with it in the future. So we had gigabit internet before the year 2000.
Jesus, okay.
To every school, but it took an entire summer to wire these things up and pull them through. Like it was crazy pants.
That's wild.
They want the Belgian, which is clean but sweeter, and they're right, I think. I think they're correct.
Okay.
That's kick-ass, man. Yeah.
So do we want to add any wheat to this, yes or no?
Yeah. So wheat structure, pretty typical in, a Hefeweizen, obviously.
But this isn't a Hefeweizen.
Exactly right. Basically, it just sort of builds out a lot of it is about mouthfeel.
Yeah, it's sweety, malty, mildly bready.
Yes, bready for sure. And then, so wheat is one. Is it wheat, yes or no?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, and we have gone over it before, but basically, wheat inside of a beer Right. Just as they said at Here Today, it just is structural. It isn't structural in the way that like oats are, which gives it sort of a soapy, syrupy texture. It is really about it just sort of like fills the palate, and it's just a sturdy structure to the liquid, which seems weird, but it works. Yeah, Copperpot wants to put tryptophan in it.
Fair enough.
Knock your ass out. I'm gonna try this. Yeah, Rex, that sounds right. That sounds correct. Feels true. Yeah, Nethesian. Yeah, I'm familiar with this same research. Generational IQ.
I believe that.
Yeah, generational IQ increase. Basically, every generation tested since we began tracking it increases 3 points in the previous generation on
I'm
average.
surprised there's only 3 points.
On average, right? The most recent test was 2020, and for the first time, IQ actually decreased. Listen, and 2020 was before, a year to a year and a half, 2 years of remote schooling. Can't wait to check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, we're fucked.
Yeah, getting lead out of paint and gasoline. Yes, I'm familiar with this one. It's because those things are connected to like aggression, like just the things that we surrounded, just the metals that we surrounded ourselves with, and then burned and then inhaled. Yeah, it has an effect.
Weirdly enough, I don't.
Yeah, it turns out. Yeah, that's what they say. Just it turns out that you can eat and inhale madness, at least as far as the brain is concerned.
Yeah.
Lead minis. Oh God, lead minis so sweet. Oh,
Yep.
just a little nibble, those little morsels. Yum yum yum. All right, now wheat's going in.
Okay.
So we got the Belgian base and then some wheat coming in for structure. This is already going in a novel way. I think style-wise, we're already moving in the right direction.
Okay, so here's the delineation we can do now. Do we want to put rye in to make it spicy?
Rye.
Yep.
Here, let me try to remember that.
Or some oats to make it creamy and smooth?
Yeah, it is there. It's spicy, like in an earthy, almost herbal way.
Well, I'm thinking this is kind of like the spice of the cranberries. Oh, yeah.
The holiday, the seasoning.
The story of our lives.
Yeah, but I'm saying the cranberries, these are right by the stuffing. Let's be very clear.
Yeah, I'm saying it's like the cranberry stuffing spiciness,
I love it.
right? Or flaked oats, which is going to be very smooth and creamy and gives
Head retention, right?
Ryan Rogue, when have we ever done things on here that made sense?
Mm-mm. I'm actively opposed. Sense indeed. Try these. Yeah, I think it unplugged. Talk amongst yourselves. I think it unplugged. Maybe we set up a game and we'll see what kind of time we have. I think this is going to be a busy show, actually. I think there's going to be a lot to do. But we might have to set up our 2,000-point game, play a turn or two.
Yeah, a night. Yeah.
And then come back and wrap it up. But no, it bums me out because our friend Christian can't come over from Germany for this.
Yep.
But that Kill Team game that we played against Herr Franz and Mark Sherlock Holmes is like a might be a lifetime highlight.
Yeah.
I mean, it took 1,000,000 years, but we had buckets of beer. Jasmine rolled through later. Like, it was a party atmosphere. Love the
Yeah.
grain library.
Yeah, and there's going to be the Voodoo Ranger Ac Inc. Lounge at Unplugged.
At Unplugged this year?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Is one of our collabs going to be there?
I don't know.
We'll find
But
out.
Chris's art's going to be all
Okay,
over
yeah,
the
Chris's
place.
art's going to be up one side and down the other. The wheat, well, the oats are flaked, and the rye is traditional rye. All right. Look, they want the spicy rye.
Okay.
This is starting, like, in my mind, I was already ready to go. Like, this is turning out kind of curatorial. Like, you've given them great choices. And this, like, I don't know. I'm cranked up. I think this is going to be really, like, that build right there seems really neat.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What was our SRM?
22.
Oh, fucking hell.
Same as our IBU. Oh, so you got to bring something down
No, I've got to add just something there.
to bring it down? Or up, I guess.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think that's a fucking awesome choice. So a touch of black malt, 4 ounces?
Yep.
Yeah. A touch of black malt, which, at least to my palate, tends, well, here, I'll just grab it right here and I'll bring it up custom.
Black malt is excellent for darkening a beer without imparting too much astringency and roasting characteristics. The flavor is pretty
But it's not
neutral.
without roast character.
Yeah, the flavor is pretty neutral.
Yeah, compared to the barley, I think, for real. But it does have a little bit of a coffee angle there at the end. Against the rest of that, I think that's masterful. All right, so what's next? Horp?
Yep. What kind of hop flavors do we want here?
And obviously cranberry is in the mix.
Sure.
Like, we have to assume that cranberries are part of it. But what do we want to set our cranberry in terms of the taste profile?
What type of flavors are we looking for from our hops?
Exactly right. Here, so
No, I'm asking. That's a question I'm asking.
oh,
you.
no, indeed, and I'm putting it out to them. Sweet is ironically not one of the flavors. Now you can take a look at the menu here from the Hop Finder there at USA Hops, and you can draw one of those, and we can click into any one of those and bring up the menu. Yeah, I love it, Dimitrios. My suspicion is that Enigma is an interesting hop.
Yeah.
Just in terms
Oddly
of the
enough.
name.
Yeah.
All right, now, see, so Copperpot's like, hey, let's just keep throwing the lever into spicy.
Spicy. Yeah.
Spicy and herbal is for tabletop GM for life. So spicy and herbal, very, very common hop notes, actually. Not too crazy. In fact, I think we can hit a couple of those buttons together. What you thinking?
I think Columbus is always a good first one.
Big spice?
Mm-hmm. Spicy, earthy.
Yeah, now earthy, you would think, how can this thing impart that? It grows in the dirt. Earthy is a very detectable character, actually, in a hop. But Colombia is also going to bring those spices. And what they mean by spice, it should be established, is not necessarily like a pepper spice, but like interesting spice cabinet type spices, neat herbal tastes.
Mm.
So what else you got? I mean, they might have something for us here. The spice must flow ginger. When ginger could work, Meat Hound. Certainly, if you're an enthusiast of meat, I can see why you'd be pushing for ginger.
Come on.
Orion Rogue is suggesting sterling. Is that one we know?
Yeah.
What you got? Oh, spiced citrus, floral, herbal. Yowza. Right now, is there a third one that you want, or are we good with these? You want to go hog wild? No, Orion, you might be onto something there. Oh yeah, just crank the herbal. Well, you're thinking about Idaho 7, so you were looking for some big fruit?
I wasn't thinking about Idaho 7.
Oh, I thought I saw it in the ding dong. Many choices.
Cranberry.
Lemon drop might crank the brightness.
Yeah, actually Apollo would be fun.
What you got? Whoa, citrus. Here we go. Cannabis.
Citrus, grapefruit, orange, pine, resin, cannabis.
Very, very rarely do the descriptors fill up the whole thing. That was the full meal deal. But yeah, on Apollo, you're getting fruit, you're getting cannabis, which in this case has got some substantial earthy herbal combos from a taste perspective. Columbia is the simplest of these, but is more focused on what it does. And then Sterling sort of kind of rests in the middle. Yeah, Nickman, cannabis notes in a hop. Who'd have thunk it? It's crazy. It's pure madness. We're going to get through it, though.
Can you smoke a hop? I mean, you can smoke pretty much anything.
Well, and people do. People do. I saw a line. I'm telling you, my Twitter ads are nuts. They're pushing the craziest shit on me all the time. I didn't even know these were products. So when I was a kid, nitrous was like a thing that like your weird friends did.
Oh,
They would,
it's
like,
huge
steal
now.
it.
It's like huge.
No, like Twitter is literally trying to sell me nitrous. It's called Galaxy Gas.
Yes, I know this.
And they're trying to sell me fucking tanks of nitrous?
I went to a friend's house for a barbecue, and they had this Galaxy Gas, and it wasn't just like the cracker like thing.
Yeah, right?
It's a fucking jug of
tank.
nitrous, and you just sipped it. Like you just like
No.
and they have all these different flavors,
No,
and
so-
I'm like, what the fuck is going
I
on
didn't know
right
this
now?
was happening, but that's what they're doing, right? I was like, is that just, it's like that. It's like sex work. Like they're pushing the crazy shit at me. But one of them was like a chamomile vape. Like a vape for relaxation that's not cannabinoid. It's like an herbal vape.
Okay.
And I was just like, okay, sure. I mean, I guess thank you. I didn't know this was a product category, but you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, UK just made that illegal. I mean, I believe it. Brenna's brother had two friends that stole a tank of nitrous. Because I'm from Spokane, like this happens.
Yeah.
They stole a tank, a big one. And then they came home and used it, but they're not doctors or dentists. They don't know what the ratio is.
Oh.
They took it straight. One died instantly, and the other one is living out the rest of their life in a state of obliteration.
Holy shit.
I'm just saying, like I'm just saying, like that's my nitrous experience, like secondhand.
But that's a different kind of nitrous, isn't it?
I'm not sure that it is, but
because it's laughing gas versus like the.
what? Even that's fine as long as the ratio.
Oh yeah.
The mix is different, but they took medical tanks that didn't mix half and half or whatever the percentage.
Whatever it is.
And I was just like, holy fucking shit! Because I remember this news like going around the school. Right, but I'm saying, and then I'm like scrolling through Twitter, and it's like, "Hey, you want some nitrous, kid?" And I'm like, "I'm fine, actually. Like, I got lots of ways to you know,
Yeah.
escape. Don't worry about me." Now, Sterling is it. Gosh, so we're almost gathered throng. Yeah, a Fat Baron apparently, right? So we are very, very near the end of this process.
What was our IBUs?
The IBU, like the SRM, is 22.
Cool.
Is Sterling a big boy?
Yeah.
I mean, its profile's pretty significant.
We're gonna use Sour Batch Kids on this.
Oh, because we want to make sure that we define it, right? So it's going to be in that sour vein.
Mhm.
Ooh, so Sour Batch Kids, it's a mix, right? It's got Brett and at least one other, right?
Lacto.
Yeah. So it's going to be, God, see, souring it is going to be so nice. And then we have to have a cranberry edition.
Mhm.
But in aggregate, I think those things are going to put together something really special. Now, we do need a name for our cranberry saison. So hook me up. What do you got? Because I'm ready to go.
Cranberry. Classic goes.
Yeah, Pyrrho, now I'm okay. Every now and then I get hung up on a sour, but we've made stuff with Sour Batch Kids. Like we did Sour Batch Kids with the lemon drop on that smash, and it was revelatory. It was just great. Tartful Dodger.
Nice.
Are you serious? Yeah, no, I'm going to combine Jux. I'm going to combine yours and Neekman's. Cranberry sauced is good. Not your ancestors' bog beer. Tryptocran. Haze. Dork. Cranberried.
Woo!
That's really nice.
Can of cran?
Can. Oh, cran. Really nice. Carry me down deep. Berry spice, cran me up. I'm gonna take a couple more, and then I'm gonna need you to mute it again.
What?
What? Sourpuss. I love that. All right, now, there's this information. Talk amongst yourselves.
You gonna be okay? Good Lord.
Oh, yeah, well, here. Yeah, I'm going to be fine. But if I don't go to the bathroom, I will die, if that's what you mean. The pressure has gotten to a crazy level.
That beer, agreed, Talp. That beer went right through. Yeah, Pyro, I'm the same way. I don't do, when I drink sours, it's small doses of it. It's not, I'm not drinking 6 sours in a night. Yeah, apparently stouts do it for to Jerry. That's what gets them, huh? Yeah, Crimson, I like sours. I just don't, like I'll have like 1 or 2, and it's not like I'll be doing a ton of them in a row. I get that, Snuffy, yeah. Yeah, times, I mean, sours got huge and everybody was doing them. And they're still kind of innovating in that space with like the cream sours that taste like creamsicles and stuff like that, and it's pretty novel. But sours aren't usually my go-to. It has to be kind of something special. Yeah, exactly. No, it's not a sour cream beer. It's a creamsicle beer, but you use souring yeast to do so. Yeah, cran and oats, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, great on tacos. Wait, pyro, what comes from Munich? There was a ranch soda? That sounds horrifying. And I love like ranch like chips and stuff, but that legitimately sounds frightening. Wait, oh no, Pyro, the creamsicle beers aren't from Munich. They're an American craft beer thing that's happening right now. Yeah, sounds like a Jones's soda flavor. Yeah, apparently, right? I can't believe they made, God, the friggin' bean soda or whatever it was, green bean soda. Ugh. Okay, it's not sour cream beer. It's a creamsicle, like an ice cream. It's like an ice cream flavored creamsicle beer, but you have to use souring yeast to get that flavor. Yeah, like vanilla cream. So they'll do like a strawberry one, a banana one, things like that. But you use souring yeast to do it. Yeah, agreed, Orion. This actually could have been on, if we did this about a month ago, we could have had this this week. Yeah, the old Genesee Screamers. I think they still have those in upstate New York. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's still a thing. Yeah, that's what my dad used to drink. Way back when. Jenny Cream Ale. Yeah. Well, next week we're not going to be around. Remember, we're going to be at we're getting ready to go to Unplugged. So be on the lookout for that. If you're going to Unplugged, stop by the Voodoo Ranger ACK Inc. booth.
Yes.
We have ACK Inc. Saturday, or ACK Inc. Saturday, the ACK Inc. booth, ACK Inc. Saturday night, and then Black Remnant on Sunday.
No, it's going to be amazing.
It's a full weekend.
It's a full weekend of adventure. If you are a fan of this stream, you will be a fan of those shows. No, I got caught out there because the new Omin Dran shirt is incredibly dumb. Let me show you. And it came out so good.
That is incredibly dumb.
It's so, like,
That's amazing.
So making something that's bad on purpose, that is like so bad it's good, is actually quite sophisticated.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
As a design space, they look like old No Limit Records covers.
Right.
Like it's bad. This is not Photoshop. This is Corel Draw 2. They turned it down. All right. So Tartful Dodger, as we could tell immediately, was an incredibly clever manifestation of language. Obviously, we support it 100%. Paint Shop Pro. Exactly right. But yeah, we're absolutely ready to roll on this festive Thanksgiving cranberry saison. I suspect this is going to be quite nice. So what do you think we have to try next week, Ghost?
Nothing, because we're not doing it.
Oh, no show?
No.
I knew we weren't doing Black Remnant, but I didn't know if we were doing the...
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, it's fine. Here, we're not going to do it. Next week, we're going to let our beers rest. We're going to let them acquaint themselves with themselves. They're going to do inside growing. But of course, you will see us during the weekend at all the things that Eric just mentioned. Now, there are some labors. Now, there are some labors that must be undertaken here to transform our studio into a blasted out realm of war for our BattleTech actual play / war game, Black Remnant, a game where we, which is to say myself, my friend Eric, and also my friend Kiko, role play as men for a couple hours. We do our best to be the brave space opera men that guide vessels to their doom.
We haven't had a musical edition yet.
You know I can write songs, dude. You don't test a motherfucker with this. I'll bring that ukulele. I'll sing about robots. I don't give a shit. Anyway, so 2:30, come back and see us. You will find this realm radically transformed. But until then, let me seize the machinery of the universe, and we'll see you soon. Huh, cha,